This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted for the first time in a while to be joined by Michael Mckinson. Mikey, talk to me, how's things?
Things are good. Things are good. I've had a great 18 months. I'm finally where I want to be. Like, I'm finally in the position I deserve to be in. And yeah, we've got a big fight coming, a huge fight, a life-changing fight. Mckinson versus Ortiz, take 2.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, obviously, but the first time round, it wasn't straightforward for you. You had that date, that fight date planned in, and then there was a pull-out, and you had to go there, and you still made your American debut. How was your first experience fighting overseas in the States? How did you find it, considering it wasn't the opponent you planned for, but you got the victory?
Walking to the ring out in LA, becoming the first professional from my city to fight in the States was an amazing feeling. Walking to the ring was an amazing feeling. It was a hard experience in LA, very hard, as everyone can imagine. Obviously, 5 days before, Ortiz withdrew for having rhabdomyosis, which, if that is the case, it's quite a serious thing. I've spoke to my physio of that since, and rhabdomyosis ain't no joke. So he's only a young guy, so he had to withdraw. But in my head, I had to put that to bed real quick because they still wanted me on the show.
Yeah,
still trying to find me an opponent over three different time zones, 3 different countries, trying to work very hard to get me still on the show. And I went through whatever name, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, a good fighter, most people could have easily been like, no, we've only prepared to fight Ortiz at that style, let's go home.
Yeah.
I sacrificed 4 months to get myself in great condition and stuff like that. So in my head, it don't matter what the style. I'm still fighting and I'm still having my US debut. I could have wasted 4 months of sacrifice, money, and all stuff like that. But I proved I'm a good fighter, no matter what the style. Get it done.
I was going to say, people forget that when a fighter pulls out, it's everything that you've put into it: money, training camp, sacrifice, time away from people, and at least you got something out of it by managing to get it. Do you think that experience first time round will help you prepare for this fight in terms of maybe the occasion? Because there was still a lot of pressure. You could have been fighting just a guy from down the road. It's a big pressure, like you said. First guy from your city, LA. The lights are on you. They want to continue with you on the show. So do you think that'll help you this time round?
100%. All of them experiences are only going to help me going forward in life. You know what I mean? Firstly, I proved I'm such a mentally tough, mentally strong character.
Yeah.
And that will 100%, it has to help me in this fight. That's what I'm saying. If anybody mentally is capable of going to Texas and beating Ortiz, it's me. 100%. So that, and even just the setup of fighting in the States, it's a lot different than fighting in the UK. Everything, it's like the UK times 10, everything. So now I know, going there, I know what to expect. It's nothing new to me now. Bigger occasion, but it's not new to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's only my experiences of when I fought in America. Although I didn't fight Ortiz, it will only help me going forward in life. When I got on the plane home, obviously I went to fight Ortiz. When I got on the plane home, in hindsight, I had quite a good deal because I've still got the Ortiz fight now.
Yeah.
I still got to fight for life-changing money. And I fought somebody that's really a 140 fighter that didn't pose any threat to me. So it was good. And then we move on and we get the fight again. So all good.
There were a lot of talks about Avanesian potentially fighting Ortiz. And then all of a sudden you were put back in the mix. Did that sort of bother you when you heard talks of him fighting him? Because I assumed, obviously, you were wanting to run that straight back and get in the ring with Vergil. Were you slightly concerned when you saw hang on, how's he sort of getting in there? I wanted to run it back.
Yeah, but what people forget, Avanesian was due to fight Ortiz before I was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he deserves the chance. He deserves the opportunity. But when I went to LA, I was promised they'd try and reschedule. Did I believe it? Probably not. Probably didn't believe it. But they did promise me they'll try and reschedule. And when I did see that they were trying to get the Avanesian fight and negotiate, I felt I was being froze out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I went on to, when there was rumours they could reach a deal, I went on social media and said, just send the original contract, just change the date and I'll be there. And that's exactly what they did. Obviously, I'm not first choice. I'm plan B. I'm the second choice. But nonetheless, I've still got that fight now. So it's all good.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the pair of you. So when I see Vergil Ortiz, not many people are shouting him out to fight, but you're one of them. You're like the kind of guy who would shout a guy like Ortiz out, and sort of vice versa. Like I remember when I think you fought Chris Congo in Gibraltar, you went into that as an underdog, and you were adamant. I remember speaking to you in the week, I spoke to you after fight, and you were like, you know what it is? At some point, people are going to have to sort of put a little bit of more respect on my name for what I'm doing here, because you go into these fights sometimes with your back against the wall and you produce. Do you sort of see yourself and Vergil sort of sharing that same quality? Nobody's queuing up to fight either, really. Not really.
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't be where I am in this sport if I had an easy ride. I've taken gambles from early on.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the Chris Congo fight. I was back to lose against Ryan Martin early in my career. I was back to lose against Sam McNess.
Yeah.
Congo, even I beat a Golden Boy fighter on a Golden Boy show. So there's been several occasions I've been back to lose, heavily back to lose, and I've come through. Mm-hmm. I have to take big fights, big gambles, because I haven't had anything handed to me in my career. I've had to do it the hard way. And if I didn't take gambles, if I didn't take big fights, I would have no success.
Yeah.
It's paid off so far. And I believe I'm all wrong for a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
I've got a horrible style to fight. I'm mentally in a different league than most people. Which is probably a big part of my success too. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to go there and give it my all, win loads of support, and walk away the winner.
Have you thought about? I know it's going to be difficult because you're going to have to stay locked in, but have you thought about what a victory does for you over there? I was speaking to Leighton about this. If you beat Vergil Ortiz in America, you become not an overnight superstar as in I want to be. You become a superstar overnight. Is it hard to sort of not think about everything that comes with winning, or are you just like, it doesn't matter, I'm just in the fight? Because there's a lot that'll come with winning for you. This is life changing.
Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? I'm so locked in right now in tunnel vision. August 6th is the biggest night of my life.
Yeah.
But you can imagine what a win does. Like, he's number one by the WBO, WBC as well, is he?
Mm.
I'll probably never have to buy a drink in Portsmouth again. Probably the UK. But yeah, it's huge. It's a very, very tough task, tough fight. But like I said, mentally, I won't be beaten. And I've got all the capabilities to go there and pull off an upset. This is a guy that's 23, 24 years old that had a lot of momentum and a lot of hype a year ago.
Yeah.
He's had that momentum snatched away from him. By the time August 6th comes, he would have been out in the ring 51 weeks. And he's coming back as his comeback fight against somebody that's an awkward southpaw. The only fighter he stepped in the ring with that's never tasted defeat.
Yep.
This is a huge test for him. He could fight somebody easy for his first fight back, and do you know what? He's fighting a horrible guy, and horrible style. So yeah, like, in the meantime, I've been more active. I've kept my body. I've kept myself healthy. He's had rhabdomyosis. So yeah, that they're all factors that can play in my hand. But yeah, we know how hard it is. But like I said, mentally, I won't be beaten.
Yeah, no, I truly believe that. You mentioned Portsmouth again there. We'll have to buy a drink in Portsmouth, but you'll be wanting to put everyone. I know we've spoke about it before once. I think you'll be wanting to bring everyone to Fratton Park one day, won't you? That must be.
I'd love to.
That must
I'd
be,
love
regardless
to.
of what happens. Surely, I mean, I saw you had people come up for that fight in Gibraltar. You've got a good fan base. You one day, surely that's going to be a sort of bucket list thing that's ticked off for you, isn't it?
I had the most support in Gibraltar.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
out of everyone on the card, because Gibraltar's a naval town, so is Portsmouth. So even people that didn't know me but have connections with Portsmouth were there to support me. The night before the fight, outside, because we were staying on the Sunboat and the yacht.
Yeah, same.
The night before, I had a big group outside the boat in a bar across the road singing, "Oh, Michael Mckinson," and yeah. So I had the most support out in Gibraltar, and
Nice.
I had a good 70 come over to LA too.
That's good going, that, especially in the times we're in as well.
Yeah, but for me, it's quite overwhelming because when I first started in my pro game, I couldn't even sell 40 tickets in Portsmouth. I reckon I would sell out Fratton Park nowadays.
Yeah.
But I reckon I would. It's just I need to earn the right to do that, bring it back to Portsmouth, and I'm really trying to be as successful as I can, win as much as I can, so I can make that happen. At some point in my career, that's a goal. It's a big goal of mine. So
yeah,
and like I'll do a live or I'll put something out. And the main question, or the three main questions I get is something about Conor Benn, always.
Yeah, I hadn't asked you that purposely because you've got Vergil Ortiz to fight.
Then it's when's Fratton Park, and then it's something else about Pompey. So they're the three main things I get asked, and like the club get behind me, they support me and stuff. So hopefully one day I can make it happen.
Yeah, I hope so. It'd be an unbelievable atmosphere. It's they're known for good atmosphere and obviously the passionate support. Look, Mike, have you got a message for Vergil Ortiz just before we sign this one off?
I haven't. I've got a message for Golden Boy.
Go on.
I want a plan B opponent just in case. I want somebody else just in case of anything, and I don't think anything will, because there's a lot of pressure on Vergil now. There's rumours he's too big for the weight and stuff like that, so he's got to be well healthy at 147. But I'm not doing another camp
for nothing
to not fight. So that's it. But I look forward to it. Tunnel vision. How long we've got? 6 weeks, just over 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So the work's being put in, and we're still smiling.
Well, I think it's fair to say you've got the support of the UK, and fingers crossed you go over there and do the business. Look, Mike, thanks for giving some of your time. I know you're in training camp. I'll let you go and have a nap now.
Yeah, I'm out in Rome at the minute, training out in Rome. So
love that.
Training. I want a couple of hours nap before my next session.
Not a problem, mate. Well, look, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. We'll catch up hopefully either fight week or after the fight. And yeah, good luck.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you very much.
No worries.